Hi guys, how you doing? In this video, I'm going to be doing a few commentated laps of the Algarve circuit on MotoGP 21 as Fabio Quartararo. Hopefully you'll be able to pick up a few things and maybe some braking points and where I turn in and things like that, and I hope it's generally useful for you. Please don't forget to hit that thumbs up if you enjoy this content, thumbs down if you don't. Let me know what you think in the comments and make sure you're hitting that subscribe button followed by the bell and notification button. Enjoy. Thank you to our partners for making our content possible. Whether you're looking for some official merch, some new pedals, some advice streaming, or maybe you would like some sneak energy, please make sure you're checking the links in the description to help support our content. So here we go, we're coming round towards the end of the Algarve circuit on autopilot, as we're going to do 3 or 4 laps at quite a chill pace, just to give you a running commentary of the lap. So we're entering the start-finish straight. It's a lovely piece of tarmac because the bike wobbles around, but it's perfectly under control and you get to gun it. We're going to brake before the end of the shadow and before the marshal's post on the left. And down to second gear, looking for that apex, tipping her in nicely. Rear getting a little bit squirrely with the extra power. Down to first gear, hitting that apex lovely. And we're going to be looking up to turn 4, short shifting up to second gear. Now I turned in a little early there. It's a super important lesson, that, guys. If you turn in early or you make a little mistake, don't force the issue, right? Unlike, say, 4-wheel driving games like your F1s and your iRacings and things like that, where you might be able to get away with a mistake or two. Own your mistakes on MotoGP, because if you force an issue, you're gonna have problems. You're gonna fall off. So recognize when you've made a mistake, accept it, and just take corrective action. Lose that bit of time, but you live to fight another day. You're not losing all the time from falling. Now, we're coming down the crest, watch that wheelie, and we're going to apex it through this left-hander and brake at the escape road on the left. Nice and chill, down to second gear. Don't take too much curb here because you will low side it due to lack of grip. Now, we've got a long right-hander that we're going to brake for just as we go over the crest that I passed. We're going to pick our exit as the track opens up here, and we're going to brake at the escape road on the right-hand side to get ourselves in position for this final corner. As we get to the track on the right, we can absolutely open her up and just full power. Over the crest on the start-finish straight, once again braking before the end of the shadow and before the marshal's post on the left. Again, this is one of the most tricky braking zones on the entire calendar because it's downhill, it's fast, and we're braking as we straighten up for turn 3. Making liberal use of the rear brake there because I went in a little bit deep and I didn't want to low side it. Going up over turn 4, second gear, we're watching for the marshal's post on the right and we're braking. Progressive braking, super important, guys. Don't just absolutely hammer that front brake because you will low side it, or you will lift the rear off the floor. Braking at the sponsor boards on the left to hit that lovely apex there. And we're going to drop it down to first gear and hit the apex at the bottom of the hill. Over this crest, watch your power, short shift to second, maybe short shift even to third. Be careful on the throttle, you don't just want to wheelie over the crest, you will lose time. Braking for this double right-hander, down to second gear. Make big use of the rear brake, be careful on the front as we go down the hill, and we're going to apex again on the left-hand side, braking with the escape road on the left, braking for the left-hander again. Watch that curb in. We're going to brake with the road on the left again. And we're waiting, and we can see the exit. Now feed that power on. Braking with the road on the left once again. When I'm saying braking, you're going to have to measure it yourself, guys, because you don't just get a handful of front brake. You have to feed it on. Be progressive. You'll feel where you need to really brake hard. Brake before the end of the shadow just here. Once again, down to second gear. Tip it in. Watch that apex. A bit too much curb there. Again, you can see I knew what I was about to do, so I lifted it up a little bit. Rather than forcing the issue and potentially losing the front end, I lifted it up. I accepted that I'd turned in a little early. And again there, and just lift it up, get off the power, get off the brake, and brake just before the marshal post on the right there. We're braking a little bit harder there. I went a little bit deep. These aren't perfect laps, but the idea is to just commentate you around a few laps and maybe you can pick up a few bits and bobs. I can tell you where I brake generally to get me around the full length race around here on stream, which I've done hundreds of times. Up over the crest again, third gear, fourth gear, hitting that apex, rear brake as we were going around that left-hander, up over the top of the hill. And down the crest we go. The left-hander watching for the escape road on the left, and we're braking down to first gear. Missed the apex there quite substantially, but that's okay. Looking for the road on the left, and we're braking again. And we're going to go seeing the exit, spotting the exit, feeding the power on, braking for that final corner. I think it's super important to have split brakes, guys. I'm really going to push it on this final lap, so there's a potential I'm going to fall off. As we go, we brake before the end of the shadow, before the marshal's post on the left, keeping everything nicely in check. Down to second gear, liberal use of the rear brake to make sure, invalid lap time. Ooh, that's unfair, but we'll brake it down to first gear. I'll keep pushing. If I fall off, I fall off. We're hitting that apex. And up to second gear, looking for that left-hander. Be patient with applying the accelerator down this straight. Looking for the marginal post on the right. A little bit of an endo there, but that's okay. We're teetering on the edge of what we can do with that front brake, but we hit that corner lovely for pretty much the first time in this little tutorial. Looking for the board on the left, braking, tipping it in. That little blip of throttle really wasn't needed. That was my own fault. I'm being greedy now. Lifting it up as I come back on track because I didn't want to lose it over the curbing. And down the hill we go once again, hitting that apex on the left, up the hill, double right-hander. Beautiful. I mean, once you get the hang of these MotoGP games, they are super, super fun. MotoGP 21, not to everyone's taste because it was much more difficult than MotoGP 20. But there we go. As we're approaching the end of the lap, I nearly lost the rear there on exit, so I did sit it up a little bit. Long, long right-hander. Up to second gear and exit. Give it all the beans and tease on that brake. And up the start, finish straight we go. Flying along, guys. I hope this little commentary has gone some way to helping you around the Algarve circuit, and maybe it will help you when watching MotoGP, because at the time of recording this, the MotoGP round is coming up this next weekend. So please do enjoy. Thank you for watching. Hit those thumbs up buttons, hit the subscribe button and the bell notification button. But until next time, take care, guys, and I'll see you soon. Cheers.